So I got this crazy idea to do a detox. Anytime I'm trying to give myself a motivational boost, I always start any kind of diet regimen with something sort of extreme. Now, this is not for everybody, and I totally get that. If you're on any kind of medication or you've been told by a doctor that you have to eat at a certain time in order to take certain medicines or because it's better for you, then definitely do that. But for me, I need a motivational booster, and I try something that people may deem as extreme. It's only 3 days. That's extreme to me. But as you can tell by the title of this video, I am doing a 3-day tea detox. My absolute favorite coffee/tea company is Starbucks coffee. Now, they have this line of teas called Teavana, and I've always been a big fan of anything that Starbucks does. I don't care that it's mainstream. I don't care that you say, oh, you know, Starbucks is not the best coffee. You should go try something else. Whatever. I love Starbucks. They have never, it's never been nasty to me. Every time that I've gone, I've gotten the best cup of whatever I ordered. So there. I'm gonna start a 3-day tea detox, and I am only drinking tea from Starbucks, from the Teavana collection, and I am only drinking water as well for 3 days. Now, I'm going to monitor my weight. I'm going to also monitor my size as far as, I'm not going to measure, first of all, because I don't have any measuring tape with me, but you'll definitely be able to see a side-by-side comparison of my midsection and just how I look at the end of this. And I'm going to give you my God honest review. I can almost assure you that I will have some kind of mood swing in this process, but I'm going to tell you guys all about it. So just be tuned for that. This is just a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionalist. I'm not a trainer. I'm also not going to work out on this. So I'm not a trainer or anything like that. So please take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt. I know what works for me, what doesn't. If I'm unable to continue these 3 days, you will know everything about it. Further ado, welcome to the video. Tomorrow will be day 1, and tomorrow is September 3rd, Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019. Let's go. Okay, so first I want to show you guys the stash of tea that I have that I got from Starbucks. So underneath these little flaps has what kind of tea each of them is, and I have each tea that they have. Okay, so we have 2 cups of black tea, blueberry tea, passion fruit, hibiscus. Let me see what's back here. We have 3 cups of white tea in the back. And this will not be enough for me for the entire week, and that's okay. I'll just go and get some more. But these have, I got them with no ice in them, and I'm just gonna mix and match and do what I do for breakfast and lunch and dinner. So just water and tea. very irritable. I know it's just a mood and I can change it, but I'm just being real with you guys as to where I'm at right now. It's day 2. We're actually near the end of day 2, which is super, super fun, super cool. But I'm really tired. Like, if I lay down and I close my eyes, I could definitely fall asleep right now. And the only thing that I've had today was a venti tea from this morning, and I've also drank a whole lot of water. But yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to go to church tonight, because actually something that I wanted to start doing is just taking the midweek to go to church and just to hear something. And I've also been reading my Jesus Always book by Sarah Young in the morning, and then I read a Joyce Meyer's devotional at night. And so far it has just helped me to think more clearly and actively when it comes to my thoughts. And you know, it's really easy to get caught up in all of the negativity, and you know, even in your thoughts. A statistic that I learned the year before last was that in an average day, we think about 70,000 or so thoughts. Now, how they did this research, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they did it based off of, you know, the neurons and the transmitters in our brains, and they're able to see that kind of activity. But anyways, out of the 70,000 thoughts that we think, I think it's 70 or 80% of those thoughts are negative and self-critical. Sorry. And I've known this for a few years now, but still, when I think about that, it's staggering to believe that we not only, you know, think more negatively than we do positively, but we even kind of diminish ourselves and put ourselves down on a daily basis when we're not even thinking about it. You know, and with me being on this fast, I think about that a whole lot more. You know, as far as how I treat people, what I sound like or what I look like in a conversation with other people, or speaking up at work. I've actually spoke up a lot more. I'm still an introverted person, and you guys may not know that, but I am. I'm an introverted person. I prefer to be alone, and I prefer to be in my own thoughts. But today, in a meeting, I actually spoke up and I voiced my opinion. I honestly don't even think I thought twice about what I said, because it didn't matter. You know, not that what I said didn't matter, but other people's opinion of what I said that did not matter to me. So I thought that was cool. That was different. But this is kind of just like my little sit down and, you know, think about things time. I would journal, but I'm an English teacher, so I've pretty much been writing and thinking about writing and thinking about grammar and everything all day. The last thing that I want to do is write. So this video is here. I wish I would have vlogged a little bit yesterday, but I didn't have the time to. And yeah, that's just how far it's gone. Some thoughts that I've had regarding food. Of course, I'm going to be thinking about food. I had a pain in my stomach earlier. I think it was in my stomach. It was like under my ribcage area, but it's my body. I'm going to be fine. It takes much longer than 3 days for someone to starve to death. It's, you know, it's going to take me a little bit longer than that anyway, because, you know, my body will take a while to eat off of itself. Not true, by the way. Anyone can starve to death in whatever given time, no matter what size you are, because now that once your body finishes eating you, then you'll die. It's, you know, it's different per person. But I'm not a doctor, so don't take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt. This is just my experience. But yeah,
I'm feeling it. I knew that day 2 was going to be a little tough. And so, yeah, I know that at this point, I've been fasting for nearly 48 hours. Because the night before last night, I ate, it was probably around 10 o'clock that night. It was a sandwich. It was a little boldy sandwich because earlier that night, not earlier that night, but earlier that day, late afternoon, I had cooked a pretty big lunch. So I just wanted to have a snack right before I went to sleep. So yeah, but it's been good. I'm good. I'm gonna make it. And you know, from the things that I've heard, this is a pretty hard fast to do, and a word that I've been chewing on and kind of meditating on today is the word discipline. And really what it means. At first, I assumed that discipline was always a negative thing. You know, if you have to discipline your kids, you will be disciplined. Like, people use it wrong. But let me actually get the actual definition that I read this morning, and it was really good. Discipline is instruction intended to train. Okay, instruction intended to train. Excuse me. So there's pain there, but it's never physical pain. Wait. Yeah, it's never physical pain. Discipline is in your mind. Okay? So it's meant to train you and to make you better. So there's that discipline. It's a mental journey. It's a mental struggle. And it's just helping me be a lot more self-reflective. And if you are thinking about going on this journey too, first of all, consult with the doctor. Make sure that you're good in order to do this. I did not consult with the doctor. I really know myself, y'all. I know what my body is capable of. It's just doing. Think of it as a spiritual thing. What are you doing when you're not thinking about food? Or what are you doing when you are not thinking about snacking and things like that? And not so much thinking about it, but food, when you think about it, takes up a whole lot of our time. We're either thinking about it or we're eating it, or we're occupied with something fun, you know, or that fun thing is food. So just taking that step back and, you know, just really thinking about everything, it helps. You know, doing it one time in your life or trying it once every year. I highly recommend it, you know, once every year or once in a lifetime, just to see how you fare with it, how you do. But I'm going to end this video right here for today, and I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow for whenever I do my final weigh-in. And yeah, talk to you guys later.
All I do, open up my loose tea, and I pour it in this little tea what is it called? Tea steeper. About that much. Just made burgers. That's what he said. Okay. Anyways, I'm so excited. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to channel Nika. I'm super excited for some reason to film this video. I do have ideas why, and that's actually what I'm going to share with you guys in just a minute. Okay, so first of all, the time right now is 3:50 and today is September the 5th, 2019. And tonight, actually, I will be ending a 3-day fast, and I'm going to end it tonight around 10. Now I go to bed pretty late. I don't go to bed early. I just don't. And what I'm going to do to break my fast is to eat soup or consume soup. It's really like drinking. I wanted to do something really subtle and something that wasn't going to be too hard on my stomach. What I'm doing while I'm sitting here is kind of giving you an overall, just my overall experience with this fast. Okay, so first of all, I will say that it was difficult. It's as difficult as it seems. I still can't believe that I did it. I really can't. Like, you guys have no idea how many times I've tried something and I actually did not complete it. Yes, it was only 3 days, but it was 3 days of basically a total fast. And the only thing that I consumed was Starbucks tea and water. That's it. No food, no snacks, no nothing, no liquid soup, nothing like that. Only tea, only water. That is it. And I'm actually drinking some now. I have some blueberry tea in here with I added water to it because I think my taste buds are changing a little bit. I added water to it. I have blueberry tea in here and some ice, and it's delicious. Yesterday and the day before, the teas that I drank were only sweetened with Sweet and Low, or like a Splenda, and it was fine for me. Like, I'm really not a sugar type person anyways. I hate when things are super sweet. It was the perfect it was the perfect taste for me. Day one was a drag, you guys. Like, I was not in the best mood. I wasn't like mean or anything, but I wasn't in the best mood. I wasn't as bubbly as I am right now, and I promise you I'm not putting on a show. I really feel like this right now, and this is not typical of me. Yes, I am a little bit more lively whenever I'm on camera and I have a video to shoot, but if you go back and look at my other videos, you'll see someone who's just a little more bland, I guess. But now, like, I have so much energy. But anyways, going back to day one, it was a drag. I'm used to eating at certain times. Like, during lunch, I always shut the door to my room and I just have my lunch, whether that be a sandwich or tuna or salad. That's what I've really been, that's what I've been having like for the past few days, was like tuna salad, or like tuna on a salad, or a tuna sandwich or something like that. I've been craving fish for some reason. And then for dinner, I got so used to my salmon, my pan-seared salmon. I ate that for like almost a week straight. I came home, maybe even longer than that. I was coming home and I was eating salmon for dinner, fish for lunch. For breakfast, I'd probably have a banana and a yogurt. But anyway, so I was so used to that, and day one just kind of dragged by because I was used to those certain things, and when I wasn't having it, I was trying to find ways to kind of distract myself from the hunger. Now, the hunger pains did not really kick in until yesterday, day two. When I tell you guys, the hunger pains kicked in, they kicked in. I mean, literally felt it in my stomach, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really need to like eat something, you know. But of course I didn't. I just told myself, hey, if you can prove that you can do something for 3 days that's this extreme, then you can do anything, sister, anything. And I'm so I can't believe the amount of energy that I have right now. Like, I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. I have so much energy right now, and this actually just kicked in like today. Yesterday, I was very hungry. I was very irritable. I had some stressful things happen, like, you know, family things, not anything dealing with my wife, but like family things, stressful things happening yesterday. And yesterday was just not a very good day, and I could have used that as an excuse to go and eat something and break my fast, and I would have been even more angry. And I'm so glad that I didn't. I'm so glad that I held fast to my goal, and that I just use it as an experience, as far as a way to learn, and a way to grow and to understand that even when you're under stress, even when things aren't going your way, even when things are going your way, you have to maintain your goals. And that's all that I was processing in my mind yesterday, was discipline, discipline, discipline. I can do this, I can do this. And it actually worked for me. Morning times were the best feelings for me. So I usually eat a very light breakfast in the morning. Now, if you are a heavy breakfast eater, it may be a little bit more difficult for you. But in the mornings, because I eat lightly anyways, I wasn't as hungry. Now, I did chew gum, and that's only because whenever you are not eating, or when you're dieting, your breath can stink. Okay, and I'm just gonna say that, and I don't care who thinks anything different than me, your breath can stink, and I didn't want my breath to stink, so I chewed some gum. I didn't want to eat mints because I was going to be chewing on them and eating them all day, and then wondering where the food's going to come after that. So I chewed gum, and what was I about to say? I forgot what I was about to say. Okay, yeah, so I chewed gum in the morning, and that, like, that minty taste helped to curb my appetite. Okay, so a few of the physical things that I felt during this was definitely the hot and the cold. So this actually started yesterday as well. Everything really happened on day 2. Like, day 2 was like a make or a break. This is where I believe people who do total fasts, I think day 2 is, it is a hump. It is a struggle. But anyways, I would find myself getting really cold. Like, even right now, like, my feet are cold, but the rest of my body feels hot. But I would find myself getting extremely hot and extremely cold, like where my fingers would just feel like ice. And I mean, just at any given time, the temperature in the room did not have to change. The fan or no fan was on, nothing changed, and my body temperature would just be crazy, like unregulated body temperature. And I mean, just a hypothesis, I think it has something to do with not eating, and you know, your brain sends the signals for body temperature, and if you're not feeding it, then it's gonna be getting the wrong signals. I've been forgetting some things, or my trains of thought will just vanish. Just the mental fog that I've experienced, I don't like it, especially since I'm a teacher. Like, I said something to my last period class today in the beginning of class, and I told him again at the end of class, and I was like, did I already tell you guys that? He said yes in the beginning of class. And I was like, oh, okay. But anyways, so just the mental fog, I don't like that aspect of it. But I will tell you this, there were moments, and more moments than they were of the mental fog moments, that my sentence structure when I was speaking, and when I typed almost 2-page paper today as well of instructions. I mean, I've been putting together some really good sentences. I mean, just total clarity that would just come to me. It just came in waves, and I was able to get my thoughts together and talk to people, and I was funny, and I laughed with my classes today. Yesterday was a different story. I was a little on edge, but I laughed with my students today. We made jokes. I had a really good time today. I love the way that I feel right now. I haven't felt like this in a really, really, really long time. I mean, a really long time. And not only that, but with this being a spiritual journey, because when you're not focused on food, you are focused on something else. And for me, I'm focused on my spiritual development, and just reading the Jesus Always book, every morning. I am a Christian, if you didn't know that. Just reading the Jesus Always devotionals in the morning, and then going back and picking up with some scripture, that has helped me so much. Like, I meditate on what I read in the morning, and it just helps carry me throughout the day. And I literally feel very happy. I feel so much joy right now. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but maybe this whole thing was a way to get me to read the scripture and to come back and to just, when I say come back, I mean like come back into my spiritual self and just be aware in that aspect of the things that are coming out of my mouth and my thoughts and just everything. Maybe this was for that, and I'm grateful that I was able to complete it. My knee, you guys know that I fell the other day, and I did insert a clip in another video. If I can find it, I'll insert it now. There's a whole armadillo.
Can we go back in? I'm scared.
Watch it roll. See it rolled up in the ball because it's scared of you.
No, I want to go back in. It's not doing anything.
Get you. Oh, I'm in so much pain in my knees. Leave me alone. But I fell on both of my knees, and my knees have hurt since then. Mainly my my right knee has been hurting since then. I mean, very bad pain to where walking up and down stairs was a task. Getting up from the couch, getting out of the bed, I was just in a whole lot of pain. Since I've been on this fast, my knee does not hurt. Now, I will tell you this. I can tell that it had been injured because it's, you know, how you just feel like something has been injured. I don't know if you've ever broken a bone before. I've never broken a bone, but if you ever sprained anything, like really bad, like I did with my left ankle, like still to this day, and that was over 10 years ago, I still feel like something has happened to it. And that's kind of how my knee feels. Like I know something happened to it, but I don't feel any pain. And I think that is so awesome. In fact, it kind of makes me a little reluctant to start back eating all these kinds of different things, because I don't know what it was that caused the inflammation that led to the pain. I don't think that it's because of a weight drop. It could be a little bit, but I think it was inflammation. And from what I know, or from what I read about, meats, red meats namely, can cause inflammation. And yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe when I start eating it again, if I start hurting, then I'll know exactly what it is. So I'm not hoping that happens, but I'm hoping that I'm able to identify what it was causing the inflammation in my knee. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If this video was helpful to you, if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, go ahead and leave me a comment below. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. I'm so grateful for all of my subscribers. Thank you so much for coming. I'll be doing many more physical challenges with myself. I want to make them short so that I can first of all get the video out to you faster, and so that I can give myself those small goals and to boost my confidence. I'm so excited. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Talk to you later. Bye.